Your live interactive weather authority coverage will begin shortly. Your live weather authority coverage starts right now.
And there I am. Happy Tuesday to you. Hopefully you are enjoying the very, very mild start to the day out there. What a difference a day makes. We're waking up in the 20s yesterday. This morning it's in the 50s already. And we're already going to be warming things up very quickly heading into this afternoon. So let everybody join. Of course, we're talking about the potential of some fire danger today and tomorrow. Nothing unusual for this time of year before we've greened up. And I'm also talking about the potential for some big warmth later on this week, Friday. I'm looking at you. It is going to be great. We're going to be very warm and very summer-like later on this week. And already this morning, definitely a spring feel at the very least to the air, if not an almost summery feel. It's cloudy, but it's very mild out there. 55 in Portland already, up to 56 in Freiburg, 53 in Sanford, and we are 45 in Lewiston. So here's a look at what we can expect heading through the rest of the day today. Upper 60s, low 70s for many of us. This is going to be the warmest day in 150 days. I know, hard to believe it. Since November 12th, we haven't seen temperatures really anywhere close to this. So yeah, get out and enjoy it if you can today, because it is just something we have not seen for a while. Now, the one downside is that it is going to be very windy out there this afternoon. It shouldn't be anything too excessive, but you'll definitely notice the wind out there later on today. And that is going to promote a high fire danger for today. So let's talk about our forecast. Upper 60s in Portland, low 70s in Lewiston, upper 60s or low 70s Buxton to Waterboro, and down towards Sanford as well. Mid 60s Freiburg and in Augusta as well. So yes, very warm out there today, but it's just the start of what looks to be a very warm stretch of weather as we head towards the end of this week. So let's take a look at our forecast as we head into the rest of today, or look at our fire risk, I should say. Here we go into this afternoon. We'll really see those winds picking up, and that's going to increase that fire risk. So from Rockland through Bath, Brunswick, Wiscasset, Woolwich, all the way down through the Portland area, Freeport, down through Scarborough, Saco, Sanford, Ogunquit, Wells, Kittery, all in that highest risk of fire danger, as well as up towards Freiburg, the Lakes region, and towards Lewiston with the gusty winds and the risk of brush fires out there later on today. Towards the Lewiston, Augusta, Rangeley, somewhat lower risk, but there is still that risk of seeing some fires out there today. So let's talk about the winds. They're really going to pick up late this afternoon, and especially as we head into the late afternoon hours. That's when we're going to see the winds really beginning to pick up. They'll remain elevated this evening and then into tomorrow as well. It looks quite windy on Wednesday, along with some cooler temperatures. So here we are tomorrow afternoon. Still going to be quite breezy out there with winds gusting up to 35 to 40 miles per hour. So quite windy out there this afternoon, tomorrow, but much calmer by the time we get to Thursday. And that just sets us up for a big, big warm up on the way for Friday. But let's talk about the risk for brush fires. We've already seen a few across the state. Some of you may have already seen some out there. There's been some plumes of smoke here and there over the past couple of days, but nothing major has happened yet just because it hasn't been too windy. I think we're probably likely to see quite a few popping up this afternoon with the gusty winds, and especially tomorrow as well. It's just so dry out there, and we're not going to see any rain until next Monday. So that's why we've got this risk of brush fires. The risk of brush fires remains on Thursday and Friday, but it won't be as high as it will be on Tuesday and Wednesday. And that's because we're not going to be dealing with very gusty winds out there towards the end of the week, but it will still be dry and it will still be very warm. All right, speaking of warm, let's talk about Friday. I want to know, are you ready for temperatures like this, or do you like to ease into spring? I know this is quite the turnaround from the chilly weather we've been dealing with all of March and into the beginning of April, and we're certainly going to be cranking up the heat on Friday. I mean, just look at this. This is just an extraordinary, exceptional warmth. 80 degrees forecast in Sanford on Friday, upper 70s Portland, low 80s or upper 70s in Lewiston and in Freiburg, mid 70s Augusta towards Wiscasset. Yeah, Cameron, you're right. This week is walk on the beach weather. Not time to go in yet. You are exactly right. Definitely very cold. The water temperatures are only in the low 40s at both Sebago Lake and in the ocean as well. So yeah, definitely not swimming weather. Maybe if you've got a really nice dry suit or a wetsuit, maybe you could get in. But yeah, definitely not swimming weather, even with the very warm temperatures. So this will be very, very enjoyable. We haven't seen temperatures like this since maybe October or September of last year. So this will really be nice to experience as we head into the day on our Friday. So yes, it will be near record levels. In fact, Portland, our forecast of 77, that would tie the record set all the way back in 1941. Augusta forecasting 76. That would smash the record of 72 set back in 1949. Freiburg forecasting 78. That would break or at least tie the record set back in 2014 of 78. Sanford forecasting 80, forecasting us to break the record of 79. So up north in Maine, it will be a lot cooler, probably in the 60s in the northern portion of the state, Cameron, maybe even some 50s out there. Central and southern Maine going to see the biggest warmth on Friday, although everybody should be pretty warm across the state. It's just the real warmth, the summer-like warmth, that is going to be in the southern part of Maine on Friday. Suntan weather, you are exactly right, Susan. I am so excited to get outdoors and enjoy the warm weather. I was actually down in Washington, D.C. last week, and it was 90 degrees last Thursday. And so that was a nice little preview of what we're going to experience as we head into this Friday. Not going to be 90, but it will be very toasty out there as we head into the day on Friday. So warm, dry, that's basically the theme of this week. No rain expected. And Cameron, I'm getting to that right now. Here we go into next week. Not looking anywhere near as warm, but it won't be cold. It does not look cold next week. It just looks more typical April weather, probably highs in the 50s, maybe a 60-degree day here and there, and with more rain chances as well. Next week, Cameron, does look wetter. It doesn't look all that much colder, though, however. All right, so our next rain chance, which we will likely definitely need by next Monday, this very dry stretch is really drying us out, so we could use some rain. So the warm and dry weather will begin to move on out heading into the weekend. Saturday still looks pretty nice. It will just be a good bit cooler out there, but it still will be a nice day. Sunday evening into Monday, that is when our next storm system moves in. And of course, with the very warm weather we've been seeing, yeah, it'll be all rain and likely a good amount of rain Sunday night into Monday. So we could use a good, nice April shower. And it looks like our next one is coming the second half of the weekend and into early next week. So Marie, hope it stays warm like that for our arrival back in Maine, May 11th. I'm hoping so for you, Marie. Hopefully we get a really nice month of May this year with warm temperatures. As I'm sure you know, though, can be very hit or miss. I'd say first, second week of June, I feel like that's when summer truly arrives here, especially along the coastline where we have to contend with that sea breeze and the cold ocean. And just something to note for Friday, I'm actually going to jump back to that real quick here. On Friday, even though it will get very warm to start out early in the afternoon, upper 70s at the coastline, a sea breeze is likely to kick in for the middle to late afternoon and into the evening. So temperatures will likely fall at the coastline late in the day. Now, if you're inland, it's just going to be downright toasty out there on Friday. That's definitely the warmest day of the next 10 days or so. So yes, we got that potential for record temperatures. And then our next rain chance is arriving early next week. Good morning, Barbie. Hopefully you're having a good day. I hope you have a great day as well. Hopefully you can get out and enjoy this nice weather. I'm sure going to try to get outside this afternoon, even with the wind. I think upper 60s warrants an outdoor trip for today. All right, let's get a look at our 7-day forecast because we are going to be seeing, of course, this very warm weather out there today and into Friday. So today, very nice and warm in the upper 60s, mainly cloudy or a mixture of sun and clouds out there. Still fairly mild Wednesday and Thursday, although a touch cooler, and especially Wednesday because it will be windy. But hey, both days will be sunny, both Wednesday and Thursday, and they're looking like great days to get outdoors and enjoy as well. Friday, of course, the pick of the week, lake day, beach day, whatever day, anything outdoors is a go for Friday, upper 70s or low 80s expected, returning to somewhat more typical April weather over the weekend, but still above average, upper 50s Saturday, mid 50s Sunday, and then with the rain early next week, it does look like we'll return to the low 60s. Now, inland areas, you're getting the brunt of the warmth. You're going to get most of the very warm temperatures out there. Low 70s in spots this afternoon, low 60s on Wednesday. 1 day cool down for inland areas. We're back to 70 by Thursday away from the coastline. Friday in the low 80s. That's just really, really incredible to get that in April in the state of Maine. And then as we head into the weekend, somewhat cooler, but hey, Saturday, upper 60s, partly sunny, pretty nice. Sunday, a little cooler in the lower 60s, and then rain will continue us into Monday with the mild temperatures continuing as well. So hopefully you can get out and enjoy the warmth we've got today. And if you can't, hey, we've got Friday to look forward to. We've got Thursday to look forward to. Even tomorrow will be pretty nice, although cooler with that breeze. So hopefully you can get out and enjoy the really nice stretch of warm weather here. We don't get this often in April in Maine, as I'm sure all of you know watching. We can have some pretty messy weather this time of year. So it's really nice to get a nice warm and sunny stretch in the warmest temperature since we saw last November. So that will be really nice to enjoy. So hope everyone has a great day. Be careful out there. Don't burn anything the next couple of days. Probably not the best idea. Wildfires, brush fires will spread very quickly with the windy conditions and the dry conditions we have out there as well. So have a great rest of your day, everybody. Get out and enjoy the warmth if you can.
This has been Live Interactive.